Skeet, Scott, skeet, 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 Scott. Don't be good. Skeet, a skeet, bop, 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 that, that. Skeet, 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 bop, 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 bop. Skeet, that, pop, tat, 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 tat. Don't be good.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Don't Be Good podcast. It's me, Kate.
And it's me, yes.
And we're back again for another wonderful episode of the Don't Be Good podcast. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe on YouTube at Don't Be Good Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Don't Be Good Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Don't Be Good Pod. And definitely on TikTok too.
While we still have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's TikTok. They said TikTok might not be
You
here
ain't
for
even
long.
gonna change it to Blue Sky or something?
Child.
I said I might just give it up at that point. I like tweeting my thoughts though.
Wait, no, that's Twitter. I said TikTok.
Oh, TikTok, sorry.
They said we might not have TikTok in 2025.
Yeah, they trying to get rid of it. They're like China is trying to infiltrate our minds. I love TikTok. I think it's fun.
I love TikTok too. Also, how am I planning any of my vacations without TikTok?
I need to see what the girls are doing so I can know what I want to maybe try something out. I like recipes, restaurants, vacation spots, outfits,
Facts.
hairstyles,
makeup.
Yeah,
all that.
And you want to watch a whole YouTube video, you could just watch a little quick
Right,
clip.
my attention span not as good as it used to be, so
Yeah,
I need a little
it's
quick.
It's because we be on TikTok. That's what they got. That's why they're trying to get rid of it because of us.
Oh, we giving these niggas ADD. we got
She was perfectly fine until 2019. She started scrolling on TikTok. The bitch can't read a book. Not you. You be on the books.
I do be on the books, but I'll be. That's the problem though. I could go from like this to like obsession, and that be my problem because the obsession be like next thing you know it's 4 a.m. But you got to get up in an hour. What are you doing?
That'd be the hard part.
So I stopped watching TV for a little bit. I'm chilling.
Oh, you're taking a break right now?
Yeah, I'm taking a break from TV and books right now because I need to get back on a sleep schedule because I'm back in the gym, y'all.
Honestly, my girl here, she's strong as shit. Like, I just want to say,
Thank
I
you.
want y'all to know the way this lady be lifting weights and even like hip thrusting heavy ass amounts of weights. I'm like, this woman is strong.
Thank you.
My girl here,
That does make me feel good.
No,
I do like being a strong woman.
I be watching.
I don't necessarily look it. I like.
You look strong to me.
Oh,
Yeah, I watch the videos and I'm like, I couldn't imagine that. It'd be like the plates on there. I'm like, I've been seeing the plates on the hip thrust machine. I'm like, Jesus. It's like,
Jesus Christ.
I know who's on my team when the zombies come.
Facts. Well, I also want to say I would not survive an apocalypse because it's just enough. If the world collapses, I'm collapsing
Yeah,
too. Take me with it.
That's what we relate to. Because I feel the same. Like, I'm not
going through
fighting
that.
back. Like,
I'm not going
I'm
through that.
sorry.
I'll be watching The Walking Dead. Like, why y'all fighting so hard to stay alive?
For what? The world is over.
What's left?
The world's over, y'all.
Let's just lay down and die peacefully.
Oh my God. But yeah, guys, thank you so much last week for watching the episode, Malika. It was so fun.
Yeah.
She is a character. She's truly a character.
That girl is funny.
I love her. Like, her stories and everything were just so great. When I was rewatching it, I was like, she's so good. Like, even someone had commented she should start her own podcast. Someone commented on our page.
See, Malika, she was very anxious about coming on and just she feels like she's an oversharer, so she didn't want to share too much. But I was like, the content is relatable.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, when we post our last reel, y'all are relating to it.
Everybody
So,
likes it. Everybody's like, yep.
So show her some love, Sassy Lay.
Yeah. Definitely show her some love. It was so fun. And I can't wait till she comes back now because last week we had some tech difficulties, but now we got everything back in place. So we definitely gonna have our sister back here.
Facts.
And talk about some stuff. Because I like her insight on stuff too. And she's like well-spoken.
Yeah.
I hope that she knows that about herself. Like, she really is well-spoken. Like, when she's telling stories, even when she's talking about her interactions with her boyfriend and her therapist, like the way she explains it, it's really intriguing.
Yeah.
So
like, you want to hear what she has to say.
I'm like, what happened? Let me know.
And then what?
Yeah. I'm like,
Meanwhile, I already know most of it, but
I'm following along. Like, oh my God. And then what happened? What did you do? But yeah, I really liked the episode. And you guys liked it too. It seems like it on Instagram and on YouTube. Everyone's like been watching the episode and commenting and stuff. Even my family hit me up, was like, I love the episode. It was so cool. Like, it was just good to see you guys like being authentically talking about fucking being 30 and like
how life be
lifing, and you just got to get through it. Yeah. It's insane how life just does shit and you have to keep going.
Yeah, like, we can't just at any point be like, okay, enough.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can say that, but it don't matter.
It doesn't matter what you say.
It don't matter. Like, the fact that you have to get up every day and still, like, go to work and take care of yourself and do things, even though everything else seems to be crumbling.
It doesn't stop.
Insane.
It doesn't stop.
It's not fair.
Like I really just been thinking that to myself. I'm like, damn, this shit doesn't stop. Like, you have to keep going. And I do feel some type of, actually, I do know my closing remarks. I'm gonna save it for then. But yeah, I do feel some type of like way of just feeling like more motivated. I know the past couple of weeks I've been feeling super down, and I think like this past week I've just been trying to like tell myself like, if things are bad, like you are the only person who can change that. Like it's just up to you. And it's not even like that's not me saying I don't have support or anything. I know I have support from my friends and family, but like they can't change things for me. So I just been like really trying to focus on myself and just like get to a better spot so I can just keep getting bigger. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. Thank you guys. Yeah, I looked over. Oh yeah, sorry guys. Plug's not on mic today. He's feeling tired. You know, hard working man.
Don't really fuck with us like that, y'all.
Yeah. He just,
I was just like fucking with him.
He's tired today, but I still made a pull up. So he's not on mic.
We appreciate you being here.
Yeah, we do. We need you here, actually.
Literally, we just be sitting here talking to each other.
It won't be a podcast episode. It'll be us just chatting.
We just be venting
and be like, well, that was fun.
Yeah, see you next week.
But yeah, so how I was feeling this week too, when we watched the Megan the Stallion documentary, In Her Words or In Her Eyes.
I think it was In Her Words. I don't know the title of nothing, y'all.
It was called In Her Words. I just looked it up.
Yeah, I don't be knowing the title of nothing.
I think that I liked watching it because it did motivate me. Like it motivated me from feeling so down and watching it and like seeing her overcome shit. Yeah, it made me really realize like, yo, you really just have to like do it. Like,
yeah, you just gotta power through.
Yeah, you gotta power through, and you can. You're not an invincible person, but you're not a hopeless like person or like a helpless person. Like I have every tool I need to get what I need done. And you know, we let our minds get in our way sometimes. Well, me specifically, I let my mind get in my way sometimes. So I really did like the documentary. So we want to talk about it this week. Yes. And Plug watched it too, but we watched it together. And I don't know, how did you like start from the beginning? The animation portion of it, I loved it.
I thought that I liked it so much because I'm not somebody that's into anime, but she's been very vocal about how into anime and stuff that she is. So I like that she incorporated that in there. I think the way she wrote her and whoever the creative directors were on it, I think the way they wove it in to tell like the story of her being young and the story of her being can we say shot? We allowed to say that, right?
Yeah, she was shot.
Yeah, the story of her being
she was shot. She was definitely shot.
The story of her being shot. Like I liked how they portrayed that, like with the anime. I think they did a really good job. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the first 20 minutes I was already crying.
It was so like
first 20 minutes I was already crying.
It hit me so hard. Like I was just like, what the hell? Like I wasn't expecting that, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's like it's crazy because we already know this stuff about her, right? We know her mom died, we know her grandma died, we know all of these things, but I don't know, to hear it like she said in her own words, I think a part of me it was having my own like flashback of my dad dying, so I have that. I'm like relating to it from a personal piece, and then I'm thinking about like the order of events for her. So like, you know, her dad was like in jail, she said, so what, she was like in the 9th grade or something. Yeah. She was in jail for a while and then he died. And she, you know, she grew up with her mom and her granny.
And when her dad was out of jail, she was daddy's girl.
Right. She was a daddy girl. So, and as a fellow daddy's girl, I know what that's like to have, you know, your number one man, so to speak, die. So, excuse me, before you even really like live, like she was real young. But then, you know, her mom died in 2019.
She's just started popping.
Right. So this is her last parent that has died. And then her grandma died shortly after, and then COVID. So when you think about the order of events, like, and you think about, you know, whatever, one of the things she said that was like, she was like, I ain't do nothing to nobody. I just been drinking and fucking. She literally like, if that's grief, if that's how she want to grieve, I think if your grief, the way, I'm not saying that you should be able to grieve any way you want to grieve if it's harming other people, but grief hits everybody so differently. And I didn't know that. I never experienced like true grief again until my dad died. So I couldn't, had I seen this 5-6 years ago, I might not have even really related. Because in my mind, like, grief before my dad dying was something that you go to the funeral, you cry, and then that's it. Yeah. Like, because I had never experienced death so close like that. So I just think, like, I love the way they told that story, and she got the chance to kind of speak her piece on, like, at least even just telling where she was. And like you said, it was just when she got popping. So she's in this whole new world. And the people that been with her whole life, guiding her and helping her are now gone.
Her mom was like her number one support system and like her manager, and really helped her become her. She even said that like after her mom passed away, she didn't know who to look to know what to do.
Right.
So she started doing anything.
Yeah, she said, she has always been the person telling me, no, like, do it like this or wear this or let's do this. And now she don't have that person telling her that no more. So she like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
It's a crazy adjustment to have.
And like, we know, I mean, obviously we don't know personally what Hollywood is like, but we know from the stories of what that industry is and what that industry does to women in general. Like, I'm not just talking about Megan the Stallion, what that industry does to women. Mm-hmm. So, and her being as young as she is and as inexperienced as she is, I could see why she maybe made a couple of wrong turns.
Yeah. We make wrong turns and we're not famous and rich with people looking at us every single day.
I made a wrong turn yesterday.
Like, yeah, exactly. I think that
I fuck up all the time.
When I watch
it's not news.
Right.
Yeah.
I just text the group chat like, you just fucked up.
Facts.
But I really liked it because it really did put a light on just her being a human. Because people weren't treating her like a human. And I'm not even saying that from like a girl's stance. I'm just saying like people literally weren't treating this woman like a human. Really? Like she wasn't allowed to make mistakes. She wasn't allowed to do anything. Oh, she's drinking. She's having sex with people. She's a whore. We know mad bitches who drink and have sex with people and don't think nothing twice about it. So people just coming at her like saying like, oh, well, it doesn't matter that he shot her because she was sleeping with him and the best friend and X, Y, and Z. Why does that not matter?
Yeah, I think that was the craziest part to me is like everybody making this about, oh, well, Meg's, her friend was her best friend was sleeping with Tory and Meg slept with him. Even if all of that is true, and like it probably is, that probably is what happened.
Yeah.
None of that should have gotten her shot. Mm-hmm. Like this is where I'm so lost at, is that whatever was going on in that car, whatever the argument was, she was outside of the car, walking away, what have you, and somebody in that car, whether it was there was only 3 people left in the car, and we can safely assume it was not the driver. Yeah. So whoever shot at her was either her best friend for years or the man that she recently became close with and
was hanging out with all the time.
And sleeping with. Either one of them 2 niggas shooting me is insane. Yeah. Like, we're not registering that the fact that the girl was shot at.
Yeah. I just think that when I watched the documentary and I saw it from her perspective, that I really was like, wow. Like, imagine that happening to you and everyone's just online like, well, she be fucking.
Exactly.
Who cares if
right.
fuck?
And so
who cares?
And the big thing, like, what really pissed me off is everybody being like, oh, she lied to Gayle King.
Who gives a fuck?
We already knew she slept with Tory because she said it on the stand. She said it in court. Like, we already knew that. And I know plenty of bitches that lie about the niggas that they fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how many
bitches lie about niggas they fuck all the time because it's embarrassing.
Exactly. A lot of times you don't want to bring that up. That never happened. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that y'all putting, like, y'all want to make her feel like, and I don't even say y'all like our listeners because I feel like y'all normal. But like,
right.
People putting her on this pedestal as if like her like making a mistake and sleep with somebody she probably shouldn't have is the end of the world. Like, everyone has done that. Everyone has done that.
Acting like she is not. What is she, like, in her early 20s, mid-20s,
yeah,
maybe
mid-20s now, yeah.
Her first single was Big Ol' Freak.
Big Ol' Freak.
Y'all
fucking
surprised that this bitch likes sex? Like, we're surprised by that?
Oh, she's 29.
Oh, I did not know she was 29.
Yeah, she was born in 1995, February 15th.
Wow, I literally did not know that. But either way, still, like, her first big single was literally Big Ol' Freak. And, like, majority of that album about fucking.
Yeah. A lot
about
of her,
fucking and pimping niggas.
We see her and she looks sexy. That's her whole thing.
Facts.
Sexy. Her music, sexy. And about like how she's like, these niggas not about to use me. I'm about to use them.
Exactly.
So I just feel like people need to give her some grace. But I really did like the documentary. Seeing the position she was when her mom passed away. Seeing the position she was when she really realized like, I can't handle this. And she had to like go get help.
Yeah, I would say that was the craziest part. I didn't know, like, I knew her mom died. I didn't know that she had to be the one to decide to pull the plug.
Yeah.
Like, that gotta be.
That's hard.
That has to be crazy.
I don't know if I could do that. That's a really hard situation.
I don't know if I could do that either.
Like, she had to decide, like, should I let my mom keep suffering in pain or just pull the plug and, let that be that and start grieving? And she was saying that she did what she thought her mom would want her to do, which is what she did.
Yeah.
I just feel like it was just a really good insight. I really liked that she named it in her words because it was like, okay, y'all all online tweeting and looking at articles and shit and talking about me on podcasts.
And she really hasn't been saying much.
Yeah. So let's talk about from my perspective, what I'm going through. I think that people who don't like her and think that she's just a whore or whatever the fuck y'all think should watch it and just like get a quick insight on like her as a person because it gave me some insight. Like I'm not a huge Megan the Stallion fan, but it definitely gave me some insight in her. And I even text my one of my best friends, Marquise, and my sister was like in our group chat, I was like, y'all need to watch this. So they finally watched it. He was like 15 minutes in, I'm already crying. I'm like, literally, I'm like, that's how it made me feel too. And it also was very motivational for me as well.
I like what you said about how she took the steps to go. She knew that she was like crumbling. She was like breaking down, and she took the steps to be like, you know what? No, I need help. Mm-hmm. I need to go get help from a professional. And she went to that wellness retreat or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was that she went to, but even that level of self-awareness to recognize like, I'm not right. I'm not good. I'm not okay. Mm-hmm. And to be like, because she was, she is walking away from money and opportunities to do that. Yeah. But it's like, my mental health matters more. And
honestly, if you don't take, as we both know, like if you don't take care of that, like this has been a great year for her. Imagine if she didn't take care of herself. Things would be so much different for her. But she was like, I don't want to fuck up this great empire that I am building for myself. Like, let me lock in with myself and really like do better and want to get better. Like, not just like wallow on my feelings because it does happen. And honestly, I can't even imagine like losing your mom, how that makes you feel, especially if she's your manager and your biggest fan and everything else. So I think it was really awesome seeing that part of her be like, you know what? I need to take a fucking break. And then when she came back, you could tell, and even in the documentary, you could tell when she came back, like she was a lot happier. Like she was just like, just a better energy because from the time we see her like laying in the bed, she can't get up and everything, to when it goes back and she's like joking around with her crew members and stuff, it was like, oh, that she really needed that. She needed that time away. To just get, and I feel like it's difficult to do that it's difficult to do it for regular people. Yeah. How much more difficult is it to do when the entire world is watching you and judging everything that you do? Like, I think that'd be the fucked up thing that we forget sometimes, is that celebrities are like people. Humans. They're like, they are regular people. They just have money and, opportunity, but like that doesn't make them any less human. They still have like human emotions and human reactions, and they still fuck up. It's just that when we fuck up, the whole world is not there to judge us. Exactly. But here it's like everybody has their opinions, and that's fine. You can have your opinion on it. You can not like Meg for whatever reason, but I still think hearing her side after everybody else had everything they had to say. Oh, the other thing that surprised me that I did not know was Tory Lanez making that music video with chopping up a horse leg. Yes. I have never even seen that. And then it was the Hot Girl Special written up there. I've never seen that either. I did not know that he did that. That's fucking crazy. And then that's also diabolical a little bit. You also did shoot her. So like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I heard the call before this even came out, when I heard the call with him talking with Kelsey, like, I'm so sorry, this would never have happened if I wasn't drunk. Like, that was admission. Like, he admitted. To me, it was. People keep saying, no, he talk about cheating and having sex. Ain't no nigga apologizing that deeply on the jail phone for sleeping with another bitch. He's like, please. He's not. He didn't want her to come out and say that he did that, which he didn't. And then that kind of backfired for her, unfortunately, because like he was just throwing that shit in her face. When the cops came that day, she could have been like, he shot me. But let me tell you something. I would have sang like a motherfucking canary. This nigga shot me. Look at the gun. Check these niggas. You pull out a gun on me, I don't care what happens to you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what happens to you. You started it. You pulled the gun out. You started this shit. You took it there. I'm taking it there too. Nah, she better than me, because I would have been like, check them niggas in the car. Yeah.
They got a weapon.
He shot me. I would have said it immediately. Like, this guy shot me and dealt with the fucking consequences afterward, whether, whatever happened. But, and then I think everyone keeps talking about her being drunk or whatever. And number one, a lot of people drink in their 20s. That's a fact.
A lot of people drink in their teens.
Yeah, people just be drinking. Secondly, she just lost her mom. She doesn't know what to do. She's new to this industry. A whole bunch of new people she don't fucking know. Mm-hmm. And then, like, you're making it seem like she's a bad person because she was drunk a lot. I'm like...
We have all been drunk. We have all had drunken arguments.
Yes.
We have all done, this is not to say that they probably wasn't, she was probably in the car talking her shit. I wholeheartedly believe.
She said that in the, said it in the doc.
I'm sure she was hurting niggas' feelings. Absolutely. But we pulling a gun out on bitches?
I really liked it. When they showed her, there's a portion where they show her, dancing for a concert after, like, practicing her dance for a concert after she got shot in her foot, and her like having to dance on that shit was hard, and she still did it.
Right, and everybody talking like, oh, you got shot, but she was in like sneakers.
Yeah.
When she did the performance, and like people act like it's not possible to push through pain. Two things can be true. I can have been, and it's not, to be clear, like she didn't have a bullet hole in her foot. She had bullet fragments in her foot. So I don't pretend to be a medical professional, but I'm sure it's a difference.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure there's a difference, but people act like two things can't be true. Like, I can't be in pain, but also want to push through. I can't be in pain, but also still want to get back to me and back to what I
need to do. And this is how I make money.
Right. This is literally my livelihood. Like, the fuck?
Like, I don't understand how people just were like, oh, she's dancing, she didn't get shot. Are you serious? You think because she got she can't dance? Like, it was just, people were purposely being dense to the situation. That's why I think that even people, like, I watch it because I like her. I think people who don't like her should watch it too, just to see like, oh, this is actually a person. Like, I really liked it. Even the parts where she was saying, like, asking her, like, producers and stuff, like, do I look pretty? Do I look good? Did I do good?
Yeah,
like,
that part made me so sad.
Yeah.
That part made me so sad because she really is a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, to see her feel so, like, what's the word?
Insecure?
Yes, thank you. To see her feel so insecure, it's like, damn, like, that was the most, I think, human element of it.
It was so relatable. Yeah. I'm like, if Megan the Stallion feels insecure sometimes, it is okay if I feel insecure sometimes.
I was like, damn.
Like, this
I
beautiful.
be feeling like that too.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I felt. I'm like, I feel like that sometimes too. But you're beautiful, amazing, and rich. Like, what are you talking about? So I really did like that portion of it because you could tell it was genuine. Like, she really was asking, like, do I do good? Do I look pretty? Like,
right, and then after she saw something that she didn't like, and she was like literally about to cry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it was just like, damn, yo, she really is like.
Was it the jeans? I think
I can't remember what she said. She said, I think she said something that it looked like a diaper or something like that.
Something that she was wearing, she thought
she
it made
really
her
didn't like
unflattering.
Yeah, and they was like, no, like, you look great.
She was like,
but she was like literally about to cry, and I was like, yeah, and not like, as women, we all have felt like that.
Yeah,
like like you were saying, I just think that it puts things into perspective. Whether you like her or not, she is a human being, and she had, her own, this was her take on how she was feeling and what she was seeing, everything that was happening while she's, dealing with the fact that she just got shot at.
Yes.
Like, that in itself is traumatizing. Is it not? Like,
and then
getting shot at is
and then
crazy.
Her best friend is turning on her. It's just so much happening. And everyone was judging her. And I do understand we're only looking from Twitter and everything. We're looking at pictures and clips like, oh, she is with different niggas every week, whatever it is. But, like, I don't think that matters. I think people should check it out. It was really good. And it was insightful and it was relatable. And it was relatable to us. And we're not fucking celebrities.
Yeah.
Like,
I do also want to say, though, I was like, I chuckled a little bit that she didn't get party, no screen time. Like, them niggas wasn't in a literal relationship, and she didn't get that man. It was like one piece of screen.
It was like literally like 1 second of them holding hands, and it was just the back of his head.
Yeah, we just knew who it was because we knew that's who she was with.
She didn't say a damn thing about the relationship. But she didn't give him
no screen time, and I love that.
Mood. Love that for you. She just skipped past that, skipped to the loo.
Yeah, this never happened.
Yeah, that never happened to me. Didn't y'all say I was drunk doing anything?
Exactly.
That was that.
Drunk doing anything.
You're right, I was, and that doesn't matter to me. But yeah, I just feel like people really thought that she was just being like, I don't know, over dramatic or something about what she went through. And it's like, how is she being over dramatic? She's going through a lot of shit.
I think that it's almost, and I hate to say it like this, it's almost like because it was just, and I don't mean just, like I'm saying the way that people are seeing it, it's like, oh, it's just bullet fragments in her foot.
Bitch, a bullet
Like
never been
it's
hitting me.
almost like she needed to get shot in the leg or something for y'all to be like, oh damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't matter where she got shot.
Have you ever been shot at, bitch?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Nigga.
doesn't matter where she got shot. The fact that alone that a gun was pulled out and aimed
It's traumatizing
at
me.
is insane.
One time I was at this, no, it wasn't even party. I was at this, I wouldn't even call this nigga a friend, some guy. And I was at his house with my somebody I do call a friend. It was me, my best friend Sammy. And this guy was there and he like pulled out a gun and was like, are y'all really about that shit? Because I forgot what we were talking about. I forgot what we was talking about. Mind you, I don't even know what we was drinking. I don't even know what we was talking about. It was like, y'all about that shit, y'all just talking. And we're like,
about what shit?
Like literally, we were drinking. He was drunk. Like he's like, y'all about that or what? Da-da-da. So we're just like, huh? Pulls a gun out his waistband. Is like, yeah. He like puts it out. Like once I'm like,
I can assure you, I'm not about.
I'm
that,
like, why are you pulling a gun out on us? Like I really was so confused. Like we was like playing Uno and listening to music, and now you have a gun out on us.
Weird.
Like when I said we left that bitch, we was like, yo, we out of here. This niggas
are so
nuts.
weird.
It was insane. We were like, what? Did he just pull a gun out on us? And then like we were drunk at the time, so we were laughing like, ha ha. Ha. And then the next day, like, yo,
that was kind of crazy.
He just that nigga pulled a gun out. Was like asking if we were about that life.
Like what about me made you think that I was?
And I think it's because you like, well, if you know me and Sammy, we joke a lot.
Yeah.
So like we'll talk big shit to men, anybody. Like we was just talking shit. We wasn't talking about hurting him or nothing.
Right.
But we're just like, you fucking loser. Like, yeah. Like we were just like, you know, joking around. We were all joking. And I guess he started getting serious and then like pulled the gun out his waistband. Like, so y'all really about that? Y'all just talking.
Men are terrifying.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm like,
men are terrifying people.
I'm like,
why are you pulling out a gun, bro?
I'm like, I don't know. Are you about like I'm still talking shit, to be honest. I'm like, are you about this life? Like,
I'm still talking
what
shit.
are you even doing right now? Like, what's happening here? And then I'm just saying because you know I need to be with people who really know how to ride, saying all this crazy shit. And me and Sam were like, we don't even know you. Like, we're not riding for you. Like, we're really
I'm leaving.
Yeah, like what's wrong with you, sir? But yeah, so I can't imagine, and that made me feel uncomfortable. So I can't imagine someone pulling a gun out and actually shooting me,
literally,
or trying to shoot me.
especially as I'm walking away.
Like I'm not even trying to be confrontational, and you're shooting me. Like,
yeah, nah.
But yeah, so that documentary made me want to think about. I was getting into the Reddit thread. I was gonna do "Am I the Asshole?" but I was like, I found another one called "Am I Overreacting?" So we're gonna do that. So yeah, we're gonna dive into the "Am I Overreacting?" Reddit thread. I've never been into this Reddit thread except for this time, and I'm like, I actually kind of like it because sometimes you need to know, like, am I reacting?
Is it me?
I want to read the description. So it's the "Am I Overreacting?" Thread, a subreddit to help figure out if you overreacted something or if you were justified. So right. I like that because sometimes it's like maybe like we talk about people being biased because they know you. Mm-hmm. So I was like, this is actually a cool thread because people come in here and just ask complete strangers like, am I? And they put screenshots of text and everything.
Yes, one of the ones I got a screenshot.
So I was like, yes, I like that. So I will start first with one. Let's see. I saved the ones I wanted to talk about because there was a lot that I want to talk about, but of course we don't have all the time in the world. Right. But this one is, am I overreacting? He doesn't think that sexting is a big deal. Question mark, exclamation point.
I'm already pissed. Go ahead.
So let's start. My boyfriend, 40, and I, 37, have been together for 6 years. We always talk about getting married, but it never gets further than that. In our second year of our relationship...
sorry, they've been together for how long?
6 years.
Oh, okay.
Always talk about getting married, never gets further than that. In our second year of a relationship, I found some inappropriate texts on his phone. I was not actually snooping. He's just an idiot. Long story short, when we lay down on our L-shaped couch, I can clearly see who he's texting on his phone and on Instagram. So they're on the L-shaped couch. He's probably here and she's next to him. Whatever. Right. I would say I do not care if he's looking at influencers and their hot pics, porn or whatever. I literally do not care. I'm almost 40 and was in very popular beauty pageants in my teens and 20s. I work out. I have a good career. I am confident, so it doesn't bother me. However, since I saw these texts during our second year relationship, he hasn't stopped. These women that he is texting are usually people he knew in the past. One was a bartender he met in Chicago. The other, I think, was a doctor. That's his profession, so they knew each other. I don't know. I don't care. That's what she says. Yes, I have cried. I have begged, and it just won't stop. They are sexual in nature. He called one of them baby. One time I saw something about touching skin and kissing. Mind you, I can't see all the conversations, but I see enough when this dumb ass thinks I'm sleeping on our L-shaped couch next to him. The worst,
L-shaped couch.
the worst part, she'd be like, man, let's get in the couch. The worst part is these women have no idea that I exist and they are not attractive. So I confront him again, and this time I am sad, like depressed. I haven't washed my hair in weeks. I am just drinking wine tonight with no dinner, and this asshole has the audacity to tell me that I should get over it because it's not like I don't take care of you, and it's not like I don't do this all the time. It's not like I don't do this all the time. She says, what? Excuse me? Needless to say, I got really mad. I threw something across the room. I yelled. I called him disgusting, among other things. That was Monday. We have texted a bit since then, but I told him to leave. Do all men do this? Am I missing something? I mean, I was mad. I broke a picture and threw something at the TV. I have just been going to work and drinking wine. He literally said that I'm the crazy one and I shouldn't be acting this way because I'm a grown adult. He hasn't asked me to marry him. Sorry, this is period. He literally said that I'm the crazy one and I shouldn't be acting this way because I'm a grown adult, period. He hasn't asked me to marry him, and I'm very upset about that as well. But he can text other women that he wants to kiss their nipples, ? But I'm the child, and I need to grow up. Am I overreacting?
Sorry.
Like, what?
First of all, how y'all make it to 6 years if you found this in year 2?
Yeah. What do you think he was going to be doing the rest of their time together?
Yeah, year 2, this is already what you in for. Like, you kind of... I'm not saying that she overreacting, but it's also like you enabled it a little bit. Like, it's not like you, Yeah, that's the problem. You ain't all this throwing shit and stuff. You should have did that in year 2.
Yeah,
sis.
when you first saw it.
Yeah, and so it's not that you overreacting. It's just that you kind of drug it out a little bit.
You thought that, like, he, like the first time the first time she seen it, she kind of just played it cool, like, oh, don't do that.
Yeah, don't play it cool, sis.
She should have flipped on him the first time, like, are you sick? And then him, but also you can see what kind of person he is, and you can see they're probably in some type of emotionally manipulative relationship.
He's definitely gaslighting her
because he told her, you're acting like I don't do everything for you. So that means you could talk to other bitches and sex them?
Yeah, nah. I don't think you overreacting. I think you need to pack your shit and leave.
She said she told him to leave. So
tell him to pack his shit.
I hope that he left you by now, girl. This when it was posted. This was posted 3 hours ago, hun.
3 hours ago.
I hope by now. I hope
he's out of there.
I hope that you really get rid of him this time because that is sick. I can't imagine you crying and screaming and being sad and him being like, I do everything for you, so you gotta just let me sex other people in front of you.
I want to say that we need to start leaving niggas the first time.
Yeah.
The first time and leaving for good.
And not because they don't, it'd be
like,
the same
now
shit.
you 6 years in and you feel like, the longer you stay in it, the more like time you feel like you invested. So the more you feel like, oh no, I gotta try to work this out. No, the fuck you don't. Mm-hmm. No, you do not.
You gotta just.
And I am speaking from experience. Get the fuck up out of there.
I felt the same way before too. It's like you'd be like, oh, I put in all this time, I did all this. Like I don't want to just lose it all. But it's like at the end of the day, it doesn't. That this person is disrespecting you in what year 1 and year 5 comes and they're still disrespecting you. Like you just think back, like actually, I could have just left them year 1 and this whole 4 years I'd have been doing something else.
Right? And now you fucking traumatized and you can't date because you need to heal.
Like,
don't be me. Don't be her.
Hey, don't do it. Get rid of him. Cause that sounds insane. Like, oh, I can't imagine seeing him sexting somebody.
Listen, I done already told y'all that.
I'm about to say the way the Dommy case would be like, yeah, I'll be a buckshot.
I'm trying to listen. There's nothing about me that is going for that.
Sexting somebody else and then you could tell he's manipulating her because she's asking, is it normal? Bitch, you know that shit is not normal.
It's not normal. Stop letting these niggas convince you
that is not normal.
What they doing is okay. It's not. And you know it's not. Get the fuck up out of
That's why you on Reddit, babe.
Yeah.
So get off Reddit and get in the field. Get rid of that nigga.
Get in the field. I like that.
Yeah. Get off Reddit, get in the field, and get rid of him. He's out of here. Sorry, husband, who's 40 and you're 37. And he's just like, what the fuck? You're 40. You're a grown-ass man.
I was going to say, so they never grow out of that shit, is what I'm getting.
They've been together for 6 years. So the first time it happened, he was 30. How old was he?
He's 40 now?
Yeah, so the first
34.
time it happened. Yeah, so he's 34.
Yeah, nah, too old to be doing that shit.
And 40 still doing it, yeah. He's out of here. Get rid of him, sister. Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that
Well,
part.
she said that's the first time she saw it. He probably been doing that shit the
He
whole
probably
time.
was doing it since they got together. Yeah, I forgot about that part.
No way that he just started
I was about to say, not you about to tell me my math wrong.
Okay. But yeah. I don't think you're overacting, sis. Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
I just think you really reacted too late.
I think next time you touch something on the TV, punch him instead.
Yeah,
That's
honestly.
what I think.
At a certain point, like I'm not encouraging DV, but at a certain point, it's like you asking me to put my hands on you. Like I asked you nicely. I asked you nicely several times. What's next?
The first time I see you sexing somebody, there's nothing nice that's coming out my mouth or my hands. There's nothing nice, bitch. I'm not handshaking.
I don't believe in domestic violence, but I believe that some things are out of our hands.
Yeah, I believe in sticking up for myself. I believe it. Okay. That's what I believe in. I believe in sticking up for myself.
The don't be good in me is telling you to rock that nigga.
Yeah,
but the
or get your brother or something.
Right. The responsible me is saying maybe don't.
Yeah,
but you do
get that Roku remote.
You do what you will, and I'm gonna support the girls either way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna support them either way.
Get the Roku remote next time and just right in his forehead. So, what's your one that you found?
So mine is. The title is Am I Overreacting? Relationship Advice on Libido Differences and How to Deal with Belittling Comments. This one also has a text message screenshot. Do I do the screenshot first or should I read the thing first? No, I'm going to read the thing first.
Yeah, and then read the screenshots. And then we could put the screenshots in the video.
Okay.
Just send them to us in the group chat and he'll put it in.
Okay. So this is the scenario. I have been with my boyfriend for 8 months, which is really not that long, but okay. I've been with my boyfriend for 8 months. I have had a good bit of sexual trauma in my life. SA, persuasion, guilted into it, shame for speaking up. Mm-hmm. He knows this and knows everything about what's happened to me. I have sex with him nearly every day. But to be safe, I'm going to say an average of 3 to 5 times a week. And then I'll surprise him with little outfits or BJs while driving or sending him nudes and videos. I have tried really hard to be sexually enough for him, and he constantly reminds me that his exes fucked him more. I don't know what to do. I don't think I'm ever... Oh, she had a typo in here. I don't think I'll ever be enough for him sexually, and I don't want to set aside my boundaries and what I'm comfortable with just to keep him around. We were in an argument once, and he told me that his exes would be begging to give him a blowjob as he packed his things and walked out the door.
He's lying.
Facts. How can I increase my sex drive? I feel like I'm a pretty sexual person and I enjoy sex. What he doesn't understand, but I try to communicate, is that it has nothing to do with him or attraction, but I'm a single mom and sometimes I just want some quality time and the autonomy to say no to sex sometimes and that be okay. Is that too much to ask for? No, bitch, it's not. But then this is the screenshot. So she said, no girl is in the mood literally all the time. He said, simply, that's not even true. She said, and she had a couple messages back to back. So she said, message 1, no matter how wildly attracted to someone they are with. And then she said, then go find someone who has a sex problem. I have a healthy relationship with sex and it is okay to not be in the mood sometimes. Next message, still her. That has nothing to do with the other person. Still her. You just keep making it clearer and clearer to me that you don't want me. Then he goes, I know you can't fathom feeling for me like that, but I've been in multiple relationships and had lots of girls that want that with me literally all the time. It's not a problem, and it's weird that you think it is. And then the next message is cut off, but it starts to say, I've tried to do everything to satisfy you in that area, but she didn't put any more. So, no, you're not overreacting.
No.
He's lying.
Yeah.
He's lying.
Oh, people wanted to have sex with me as I was leaving them out the door. She wanted to suck my dick when I was going to leave her.
Yeah, it's giving red flag, especially considering your sexual trauma, as you said, that he is familiar with. I feel like, based on what you're saying, you are already being very sexual. Everyday sex is a lot.
She said every day. Then she said to be safe 3 to 4 times a week, 3 to 5 times.
3 to 5 times a week that's a
lot of sex.
That's a good amount of sex. Like that's a good amount of sex. For like grown ass people. Like I know that
people got shit to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like I got shit to do. I be sore from the gym. I be tired.
Schedules don't be.
I be bloated sometimes.
Yeah, schedules don't always meet up. Like if this is someone that he says he cares about, that shouldn't be the biggest thing ever to him.
Yeah, I think that I will say though, playing devil's advocate a little bit, and this is not for him because he just seems like a little bit of an
fucking
asshole.
Weirdo. Yeah.
But I do think that a conversation, like for long-term relationships, there should be a conversation regarding sex drives, so to speak. Because some people's sex drives is not like their libido is not up there.
They don't have it at all.
Like sometimes sometimes it's really. But if you are gonna date a person that is like, I want to have sex 2 to 3 times a week. If that's too much for you, I mean, I might not
be
work
compatible
out.
because
I feel like that's you asking for problems. So there's pieces to this that like he just seems like an asshole because 3 to 5 times a week should be. I don't feel like that's a little bit.
I think that's 5 times a week. Like that's damn near every day.
Monday, like that's Monday through Friday, bro. Like I'm working full time and fucking you every day.
I got other shit to do. Like like you said, it's always something. It's not always a good time.
Yeah.
I just feel like him trying to use that against her. It's just like I don't even understand why he's dating this person. Like, and then keep comparing. I don't want to be with nobody who keeps comparing me to the ex.
Especially not.
Go
sexually.
back to that bitch.
Especially not sexually. I mean, not at all.
Yeah.
But don't ever fix your face to bring up me and your ex.
My
and
ex
our
used to
sex
do. My
life.
ex used to do this.
Yeah, that's enough. See, that's what bring that DV up out of me.
Well, let's call her up. Let's call her ex up, and she can do it again. Cause I'm out of here, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't think you're overreacting at all, sister. That actually makes that whole thing make you feel so uncomfortable.
Like, right? It makes me like cringe.
I just feel
Leave
like
that man go.
Yeah, I
Leave that
feel
man.
like
He's not the one.
And I wonder how much he's beat his meat in between these things. He probably has a sex problem.
He's giving sex addict.
He probably like beats his meat every single fucking moment, and then also wants to sleep with you. And then it just like I'm not liking it.
I'm not liking it.
I think definitely if you guys can't get past it, I can understand that. I would just leave this person. It's only been 8 months. He's already bringing up his ex all the time and telling you that you're not having sex with him enough. Like, if you think that 3 to 5 times is enough a week and he's telling you no and you don't think you're going to get, like, it's going to change for you.
Yeah, I think that asking, what can I do to be more, like, once you get to asking that, leave, girl.
Yeah,
just go ahead and leave.
I'm not really, No. I don't think you're overreacting. I think you probably, that's what I think. I love Reddit because we talk about it. But sometimes I'm like, damn, but also that is embarrassing. Like, why would, like, I can't imagine, like, coming to a friend and saying that to them.
Yeah, no,
so
for
asking
real.
a stranger probably is easier.
It's probably easier because it's anonymous.
Yeah,
like,
you
like
know
you
who
could
it is.
You could create an account and like you don't have to have no picture. It don't have to be anything
Yeah.
close to your name. You could be anybody on here.
So I don't think you're overreacting. I think that you're just right. I think he's a weirdo and that you're just, you want people on Reddit to confirm what the people in the comments are saying if you sum it up.
Oh, yeah, hold on. My bad. I was looking at my next one, but I remember where it was. People in the comments were saying, I can't believe you've endured this for so long. His misogyny is absolutely disgusting. Yeah. And you haven't dumped him and blocked him. He's lying to you about your exes, like we said.
Exactly.
Somebody said, I was literally just in this situation. The second you communicate and they ignore it, they will continue to ignore it and continue to push. Mine told me that I should satisfy my man whenever he wanted or men look in other places. That is manipulation. Mm-hmm. He wants sex whether you like it or not. Unfortunately, you're falling back into a pattern of being coerced. That I like that she said that because you are. You absolutely are. Like she said earlier, one of the things, like as far as her sexual trauma was being like persuaded and like kind of guided into it. Like it's doing the same thing.
Yeah, I don't like that. I've been in that situation before too. And when I think back on it, I'm like, I didn't even want to do that.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not gonna say that it was rape or anything, but like I was like, I didn't want grape or anything. But like I know I didn't want to. But I felt coerced because I was being manipulated. It was like I don't want to go into too much detail, but it was more of a situation like similar to hers.
It's actually crazy how many women have a story similar to that they were like coerced or like pressured or like they felt pressured into it. And not that it was great, but it wasn't like I didn't want to do that. I in that moment I didn't like it. What I wanted to, I might not have said no, but I would have liked to. I wanted to say no.
And my situation was more a situation like, kissing is gonna be not that good for that long because I was a virgin.
Oh, and that's what they said to you?
It was like a situation that was like, kissing is cool and stuff, but like I don't know how much longer I could just kiss. Yeah. What? And like when I think back on it, I'm like, oh my God, I definitely was like coerced into this situation. Like, And even after that happened, like, it wasn't, we didn't have like sex like so quickly after that, but it was in my head. Like, again, it was like I was being manipulated. Like, I felt like
like if I don't do this,
like, so
that's so sad that like I don't, I know, like I said, a lot of women, almost, I want to say pretty much every woman I know has had a situation similar to that. Sometimes maybe it's more aggressive or and sometimes it's more subtle, but you should never have to persuade a woman to have sex.
Yeah.
If you have to push and persuade, it's a no.
Yeah.
It's a no. And I think that more men need to understand that. Like, you don't try to, like, it's one thing for me to, like, I don't know. I'm trying to explain it in a way that makes sense. Like, if I'm just, not in the mood and you can maybe get me in the mood, that's not the same thing as me not wanting to do it.
Yeah.
And you trying to get me to do it. Yeah. Like, I hope that made sense. I know it makes sense to the women. I don't know who the men need to talk to.
It makes sense
to get it to make sense.
Exactly, it makes sense. It's like that moment where you're like, oh my God, stop.
Yeah, like,
and then you have sex and you like it, and then it's just like, whatever, I'm in the mood. But like, it's another thing for you, like, someone to mentally get in your head and make you feel like you have to do this, or like, or like they're like, you're afraid of like them leaving or whatever it may be.
Yeah, like, it's one thing to get my body in the mood, but if my mind is not in it, and I'm like, that's the difference that I'm saying. It's like, if my body is not with it, but you can, obviously there's things that you could do to get my body in it. But if my mind is not with that shit, and I'm telling you that, get the fuck out my face.
I'm not dealing with that right now.
Fuck out my face.
I don't want to.
Go beat your meat like a normal nigga. Like, goddamn.
Okay, so this one I have says, am I overreacting? Boyfriend says some girls were nice by the red light district in Amsterdam. So y'all know what the red light district is. It says, I just got back from a trip in Amsterdam. I went with my friends. My boyfriend had to go to work. My boyfriend is also Dutch. I have been to the Netherlands for only about 4 months. I have been here in the Netherlands for only about 4 months. When I texted him that I was culture shocked about the women by the windows, he said, haha, be honest, there are some nice women over there. Am I overreacting if I suddenly felt bad and insecure?
This one is hard because did he just look at the women? I mean, because I've seen videos. I've never been, obviously, but I've seen like videos of what it's like over there, and they're literally like in the window like a mannequin would be, but like naked.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so it's almost like you can't not see it. And it's one thing to be like, these women look nice. It's an entirely other thing to be going up in there.
Yeah, he wasn't even with her. She was there by herself.
Right. So it's like, I maybe wouldn't, like, if I was a man, I don't think I would say that to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he necessarily meant any harm.
I think you're overreacting a little bit. This time, sister, I'm going to have to be against the girls. I think you're overreacting. Like, he wasn't like, I would fuck those girls.
Yeah.
Also, he said, there's some nice women over there. He didn't say you weren't nice looking. He just said, you got to, because like she was obviously be like, oh my God, there's prostitutes. And then he's like, come on, you got to admit, some of them are cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they're not all rough looking.
Exactly. Yeah. He just said like, because he probably been there before, but he obviously has been there before. But like, yeah, I think you're overreacting a little bit. I think it was just like a fun thing. And then she put the quote in that he literally said like, ha ha ha, be honest, there are some nice women over there. Like he was laughing, like he was joking.
Yeah, like I don't think he meant any harm, but I think men and women's sense of humors are just very different. And women always have a certain, I feel like they not always, but often have a certain level of insecurity when it comes to other women.
Yeah.
Regarding their man. So I don't know that it was maybe the best joke on his part, but I don't think that I don't see that he meant it like maliciously.
Yeah, I think he was just joking around with you. And I do understand that.
Take a chill pill, babe.
Like, yeah, I think you're reacting a little bit. I think this time, just be like, you could easily be like, okay, so go talk to a prostitute then. And I'm sure he'll be like, girl, come on now.
Right, yeah.
I'm not saying I was. I'm just saying like, you're judging them, and I'm just saying like, they're not all just ugly, filthy people.
And to act like when you get in a relationship, it's not like you don't still find other people attractive. Like that's not even something you can control.
Right. Whether
you are, if that person is pleasing to your eye, then they just are. That doesn't mean you're gonna do anything about it.
Yeah, like and that's also, that doesn't mean you have to go tell your partner like, hey, I think that bitch looks good. Like I think he like, and he didn't even do that. He just like making a joke,
he just
like
said it was some of the most nice looking.
Yeah, like he's like, but you gotta admit.
I think you gotta relax a little bit, babe.
Yeah, I think you got that one. I'm gonna say you was overreacting.
Yeah. Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Okay, mine is Am I overreacting for feeling hurt that my best friend didn't invite me to her low-key birthday party?
Best friend. Okay.
Right. So my 28-year-old male best friend. Oh, wait. No, sorry. This is a 28-year-old male. The guy saying it.
Yeah.
So me, 28-year-old male, my best friend Sophie, who's a 27-year-old female, recently had a small birthday celebration. She told me a couple of weeks before that she wasn't going to do anything big this year, just a quiet night in. I totally respected that and didn't expect an invite if she wanted to keep it low-key. Fast forward to last weekend, and I see her Instagram story with a photo of a cozy dinner at her place with a few of our mutual friends, all laughing and having a great time. I felt hurt seeing it, like I'd been left out of her inner circle. I get that she didn't want a huge party, but seeing our mutual friends there made me feel like I didn't make the cut for even the small gathering. I don't want to make this about me. Birthdays are about celebrating the person, not anyone else's feelings, but I keep wondering if I'm justified in feeling hurt. I know if I bring it up, it might make her feel bad, which I don't want to do, but it's eating at me a little. Am I overreacting for being upset, or is it fair to feel this way?
I feel like I have extra questions. Like, was it like an all girls party or something?
Right. Yeah.
That will make a difference because I know sometimes
Yeah,
like if it's
there's
just,
no. I was looking to see if there was an edit, and it's not.
if there's girls, if it's just girls, sometimes like you're not gonna invite your guy friends.
Right.
Like it's just
That's
a girls'
true.
night. But I think you should bring it up to her. If you consider her your best friend. I think that even if she does feel bad about not inviting you, she could at least give you insight into maybe why she didn't, and that might make you feel better.
Yeah. I think if we're operating under the assumption that it was both male and females there, and this is a person that you're considering your best friend, maybe
You're not best friends.
I was gonna say maybe like she's your best friend, but you're not hers, or whichever way that goes. Like,
Yeah.
maybe it's not mutual.
Yeah.
And that sometimes is disappointing, and it does suck sometimes, but that is also life a little bit.
Reality.
But if it's right, but if it is something that's bothering you this much and you feel like you're as close as you think you are, I would bring it up, but maybe just wait a little bit. I am a firm believer of letting people have their birthday, have their shine. So maybe give it like a couple weeks or something and then circle back. But I feel like when things are eating you up so like that bad, I feel like you do yourself a disservice by not bringing it up. Mm-hmm. It's just trying to approach it in a way that, like you said, doesn't ruin her birthday or make her upset and stuff like that. But you have a right to your feelings. But I think that a little bit more of this is that you maybe need to reevaluate the friendship.
Yeah, maybe y'all not best friends, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Maybe you guys are just friends. Maybe you guys are just friends, and it's cool to have friends too. But yeah, I don't think you're reacting because I feel like if I consider someone my best friend and I saw they had a birthday party, they didn't even invite me to at all. Especially if like there's no like extenuating circumstance where they knew they couldn't invite me or something. Right. I'll be like, what? And especially because they had a conversation about not doing anything big, want to do something small.
Yeah. Like
he reached out about her birthday and she said that, and then when I go online, I see you having a birthday party without me, like a little dinner at your house.
Feel away,
I'll be like, dang, okay.
Like, fuck me then.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'll be like, well, guess what? We're not best friends. Like, that's what I would automatically assume. Like, okay, she didn't want me ever. Or if since he is male, I'd be like, okay, if it's all girls there, I would automatically maybe he must not, because maybe I'm gonna say that this guy's probably sensible. So maybe it wasn't all girls. Maybe it was a mixture of like friends.
Yeah, I feel like it had to be a mixture.
Because if it was just all girls, he'd probably be like,
there's no way you wouldn't have figured out that this was just a girls' night and that's why you weren't invited. So, yeah.
I think that too. But yeah, I don't think you're overreacting. I do think that, I said, like, let her have fun on her birthday and then go to her like, hey, girl, we talked about your birthday. And you said you want to do nothing big, but then I seen you having a birthday party at your house that you didn't even invite me to. Like, was it like a last minute thing?
With
tea, was it a last minute thing, or like was I not invited for a reason? That's what I would do. But I don't think you'll overreact. I think it's okay to feel away once you consider someone a best friend and then you see them doing something. You're like, what? The fuck? Okay. Okay. This one I have says, am I overreacting? Intent to cheat. My car has GPS in case it gets stolen. My husband turned it off while he was out. I questioned him and he said it turned off and it was tripping because he was home all night. I checked his phone and on maps it shows everywhere you went for how long. He went to a plaza, a hotel, and it said he was driving for over an hour. He said no for almost a week. And finally today said he just went to a sports bar, but it doesn't add up. Then I see he was on Omegle and an app called Monkey, an app called Monkey something, and another webcam website. He said they all had nothing, just dudes requesting payment after so many changes of people. I'm sorry. He said they all had nothing, just dudes, and requested payment after so many changes of people webcam. I guess like after a certain amount of
if you switch through,
they asked you to pay. So I told him he had the intent of seeing and talking to. So I told him he had the intent of seeing and talking to other girls. He remained quiet. I'm leaving tomorrow. Am I overreacting? Absolutely not. He's a liar.
That nigga's lying.
He's a liar.
Like, he's literally lying.
He really is a liar because like, first off, you asked him for a week like, hey, the GPS says that you went here, here, and here, and he keeps saying no. Then he finally says, I just went to a sports bar. Why? If that was true, why didn't he just say that the first time?
Yeah, that was his like, oh, she can't say nothing about this. Yeah, he's lying. He was with a bitch.
Yeah, and then he's also lying. And why is he at a hotel? I'll be asking my husband, why are you at a hotel that I don't know
you
about?
have a home.
Yeah,
you have a home. We live here.
Why
was you out there?
Why are you at a hotel? Like, what the fuck? Especially if you're not telling me.
It's too much that's not adding up. And see, girl, listen to your intuition. Okay, you know that nigga lying. You before you got up on Reddit, you knew that man was lying. Like, get the fuck out of here, sis.
I'm happy. She said I'm leaving tomorrow. Am I overreacting? No, you're not overreacting.
Leave today.
Yeah,
actually.
And then he's on webcam websites trying to talk to girls because he says nothing's on there. It's just guys. So then she says, so you was looking for girls to talk to, and then he doesn't answer her.
Yeah. He was. Webcams are. That's not weird.
Yeah, why you on a web?
I think that's so weird.
When I was in high school,
why you can't just watch pre-recorded porn like everybody else?
You want her to say your name and shit. You about to go,
like you got me fucked. You want to tell her to hold the fork? Like I don't like why you can't just watch.
You want her to write
pre-recorded porn like normal people. I think live webcams are so weird.
It's scary to me that you're feeling that intensely to want. Oh my god, I watched this documentary. I might have brought it up in this podcast. When I tell you this shit fucked my head up. The guy ended up killing his family because he fell in love with this girl he went on one of his webcam websites. Like, he was spending so much. He killed his family because he was spending so much money that now he started taking his family's credit cards and shit. And
that's funny. I feel like that's next level horn dog. Like, something wrong with you.
And he wanted to be like the top like provider for her. And like, of course, like she talked to him as if they knew each other.
Right? Because she's trying to get a bag.
As she liked him, so he started spending all his money on this girl online, and then he uses all his money up. He starts using his brother's credit card, his mom, his dad. And they don't even cut him off. They just say, I think you have a problem. Like, you need to get help.
I think you have a problem. Yeah, bro, I would have had him involuntarily committed.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
They wanted him to, like, go to, like, therapy for, like, sex addiction and stuff. And then he ends up, like, killing them because he is, like, so upset that they're trying to stop him from seeing his girl. She doesn't fucking know you.
That's insane. I have always... Webcams is taking it too far. Like, once you get to the point of live webcams, seek help. Yeah. It's not that serious, bro. It's never that deep.
I think some people are lonely enough to do that. And I'm not even going to say it's like, I think for me, like, I understand some people probably are lonely enough to do that and like actually be on there and like feel like they have a connection with this person, even though they know they're spending money on it. I think it's a little bit, it's similar to men who date women who they know they only want them for money. Like, I know it's not in person, but like some people are socially awkward or they have this different feelings. So I do understand why people get in that loop of things. But like being in a relationship and doing that, I know you said you don't get it.
I still don't get it.
But being in a relationship and doing that is insane. Like, why are you on a webcam website looking for chicks to talk to if you're in a relationship with somebody?
Yeah, niggas is weird, bro. Just
be single and go on your webcams by yourself and beat your meat. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
Stop going on fucking webcams. Stop.
They were spending money on that.
Bro, all the free porn available and you're on webcams is insane.
Because they're not looking for porn. They're looking for, like, a connection. They want to feel emotionally connected.
They be looking you in your eyes in the porn videos. Like, them girls is good. Like,
them girls is good. It's crazy.
Them girls is good. Stop. Just stop the madness. I can't.
They be on some different shit, yeah. I'm trying to tell you.
That is just too far for me. Like, I'm never going to be okay with it.
I can't imagine walking in on my man, like, talking to some bitch on the webcam. He's like, oh my God. I'm like,
bitch, are you okay?
Yeah, like, you not only are you sick, we're broken up. Like,
I'm never even going to be able to take you seriously after that. Like, you're literally a joke to me.
I think you're a sicko.
Yeah,
sorry.
Nah, something ain't right.
Sorry to shame you.
But I'm not mature enough to deal with.
Don't be my boyfriend and try to be talking to bitches on webcams. It's cheating. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you pay.
And it's weird. It's
cheating. It's cheating, and it gives like mentally like You need a little help.
A lot of help. That's never necessary, bro. It's not.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, but he's obviously lying to you.
Yeah, please leave.
You're not overreacting, and this was 23 hours ago, so she said I'm leaving tomorrow. So she probably left by now. Go girl.
Go girl. I'm glad you out of there.
Lying ass.
Let him have his webcam, bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, this one, I'm gonna give y'all a little trigger warning because it's a little rough.
Okay.
My husband wants rough sex.
I saw this one. I didn't read the whole thing though.
Yeah, it's long. It's a little long too, so bear with me. Okay, what is rough sex and when is it too much? My husband has a bodybuilder's physique and I am quite petite. We got married almost 3 years ago and I was pregnant back to back with our 2 babies. I had one partner before him. He had a normal range of partners. He is 15 years older than me, but looks young for his age. But unfortunately, I also look younger than my age. So either way, the age difference is apparent. My husband, let's call him S, is also very dominating and has an extremely powerful personality. He is the boss at his work, in the house, in his family, etc. Everyone respects and look up to him. He started having rough sex as soon as we got married, but it wasn't extremely rough and he stopped when I got pregnant. We didn't have any discussions on it, start or stop. Our sex life is amazing. I love him and I'm very, very attracted to him. It would say the same for him. But recently he has started becoming rougher and rougher in sex. It's been going on for 3 months now and it catches me off, it catches me off surprise because it's not every time we have sex. Most of the time it's lovely romantic sex. I don't mean to laugh. Sorry. Most of the time it's lovely romantic sex and it's not from the beginning. So some days in between normal sex, it starts getting rougher and rougher to the point where I come out feeling physically and mentally hurt.
God, what is he doing to this
Shit. And every time the violence is escalating, run, sis. He keeps, hold on, trigger warning. He keeps slapping my face, spitting on me, really painfully slapping my butt, pulling my hair, choking me, biting me hard enough to draw blood, putting his D in my butthole, and but of course it's always by mistake. All of these things are extremely painful. He has this new, I'm sorry, because I'm just thinking about if this would happen to me, the way I would have been up fighting. Listen, this part, he has this new position during sex where he puts one foot on my face. I'm swinging. I hate feet also. I'm swinging. So anyway, where he puts his foot on my face, he keeps verbally abusing me during sex. Yesterday, he hit my vagina with a metal top of the belt.
Oh my God.
I started crying and he pretended it was by mistake. And while I was crying, he started having sex again. When I tried to break free of him, trigger warning again, I'm sorry. When I tried to break free of him, he actually held me down and kept on having sex till I stopped fighting and I was getting hurt more. I cried to him yesterday and told him how I was feeling. And he told me I was making a really big deal about normal stuff that all couples do. He told me all his friends do it and their wives love it.
And they're all fucking steroids.
Everyone needs to be arrested. He told me, he said I was being overly sensitive because I have no problems in my life and that he goes out of his way and provides me with all the comforts, which he does. Her even putting that in parentheses has me hot because, ma'am. And now I want to F up our love life by being boring and just missionary. He also stated that I was, that I was wet the whole time. And if it was actually so painful, I wouldn't have been wet.
That's not even true.
He further stated that the next time we will just do missionary, but don't blame him if he starts having affairs. Now I'm feeling guilty. I read online that a lot of women like rough sex, and if it's his fantasy, then I, as his wife, should work on it. I know he would work on my fantasies, but now every time I think about sex, I actually get scared. Am I overreacting?
No.
Run.
As soon as she said he's a bodybuilder build, I'm like, yeah, he's doing roids. Some niggas be hitting they bitches. And he's probably like, oh, this is the only time I can really get that shit off without getting in trouble.
This shit is insane. I didn't actually read the whole thing until now. I just kind of read the first half and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this one, but I wanted like a little bit of a live reaction. Mm-hmm. Bro, I didn't know there was that many trigger warnings in there, so I am sorry for anybody that disturbed. It disturbed me.
Yeah, he's abusing her, and then she's like questioning if she's wrong for not liking it. Like, I don't know. And him talking about that's normal. I'm like, I don't think that's normal for you to be abusing your partner, especially if y'all both not into it. If she was into being hurt during sex, okay, that's what y'all do. But she's telling you, hey, I don't like this. And you're like, you have no problems in your life, so you're gonna take this rough sex.
That shit is insane. There's rough sex, and then there's that
abuse
shit that y'all was doing. That is damn near, especially the part where she was like, she was trying to break free. Babe, that's great.
Yeah.
That's sexual assault.
Yeah, exactly.
You are in danger.
You're trying to break free and he's not letting you, and then you had to just sit there still and let him keep fucking you. Like, I'm appalled. This is scary.
I'm so concerned.
I hope that you, whoever you are, I hope that you talk to someone in real life, a therapist or something about this, and get out that situation, because obviously there's something wrong with him.
Yeah, I feel like the other thing, because they're married and they have 2 kids, I wonder if she's feeling like, this is just my life. Like, this is what I have to do.
They need to get into some therapy together. They can go to sex therapy together. They can figure that out. But he doesn't seem like he wants to. He's telling her, I provide your life. You're going to do what I want. And then him be like, oh, my friends do it. Why do you and your friends be talking about, like, you slam my head against the ball and shit? Like,
that shit is insane. Him and all his friends need to seek help or jail.
Or he's not, his friends don't be doing that shit. He just lying.
Right. He could be lying. But I was reading that like, ma'am, what is happening in your house? And you're back. That's something that always bothered me, is that like not all men, but there are a lot of men that like are only having sex for their pleasure, and the experience is supposed to be pleasurable for both people,
both parties.
And in response to the whole like, if you were in pain, you wouldn't be wet. That's women like that get raped. Or like, because that's like biological. Mm-hmm. There's like sometimes that's not even controllable. Like, there's not really, if the area is stimulated,
you can get wet like that.
Yeah, even if you're not with it. So that's bullshit. But you're in danger. You should run.
Definitely. And you're not overreacting.
Yeah, you're actually underreacting. Yeah. I'm actually concerned by your lack of reaction.
Next time we had sex, I would call 911 and take pictures of all the bruises I have on my body and be like,
he would never have sex again.
The
next time he pulled that thing out, I would be chopping it off.
She said she's scared when she thinks about sex. So
but they're
still having sex.
That's crazy, because that is supposed to be a pleasurable experience for both parties.
And honestly, he's hurting you.
And him hurting, this is
scary
abuse. So you are actually underreacting, and I need you to get some better friends. Maybe you're not telling your friends. That's part of the problem.
That's why she on Reddit.
That's part of the problem, because I feel like if I told my friends this, especially some of them, they would be coming to beat that nigga up.
It's Reddit. That's why she's on Reddit, because she knows it's wrong, and she is embarrassed to tell her family and friends, because she knows they're going to say, you need to get rid of him. And then, we all know how it is when you tell people something, so now it's harder for you to, like, ignore it or, like, stay there.
And I feel like people do that. Like, that's why I don't typically tell people that they should leave their men, because you're not going to do it until you're ready.
Well, you want to.
And then if I tell you to do it and I'm telling you my stance on it, you're less likely to tell me anything about him again. But I don't ever want my friends to feel like they can't come to me about their men. So I try to be wary of telling people what to do. In this situation, though, this seemed a little dangerous. So now I would absolutely be telling you to get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, if you came to be telling me that someone was doing that to you, I'll be like, guys, man, are you joking me? Are we having a serious conversation?
You're like, what's going on?
Because we need to go down to the people down at the police station.
Not down to the people.
At the police station, and let them know that this guy's abusing you. And
baby, you got to get out of there.
I'm sorry for the 2 kids, but that is not it. Like, scary. So, yeah, we'll definitely have to get back into the overreacting, because I need to know what y'all going through. So we'll get back into, Yeah, we'll go back into that later, another time, and see what y'all got going on, because I like it because I be asking people all the time, am I overreacting?
I was literally just asking Key if I was overreacting about something.
Exactly. Am I overreacting about this?
Like, is that nigga really trying to get at me, right?
Like, am I overreacting or is it real? So I like that, because sometimes you need to know, because sometimes we do be overreacting. That one girl, like, you was overreacting, but rest of y'all need to run.
Yeah, the rest of y'all need to do a little more reactive.
Run for the hills. Anyway. So yeah, I didn't have a going to hell for me this week, but I'm going to have to make it the guy who's abusing his wife that we just read about.
Fair.
He's going to hell for me. The guy, like, I just feel like people should not be using people as objects in any sense, whether it's for financial gain, sexual gain. Like, I think people just lost the plot on relationships and just humanity.
I like the way you said that.
They lost the plot. Like, people just be using people for shit. And it's just sick. Like, you're using your wife and the mother of your 2 kids to do some weird shit to that she doesn't like. Like, and then you're springing this on her after, like you said, they're married, they have 2 kids. Now she's feeling like she has to put up with it because she doesn't want to fuck her life up. So yeah, you're going to hell for me, buddy.
I also wish that she had put in there how old she was, because she said he's 15 years older than her, and I want to know where you start and where he end. Like that, he and her saying she looked younger than her age. Like he already giving off dangerous vibes.
Yeah, he's a
bro.
weirdo.
Like I'm concerned. I have so many concerns. So I wish you had put more information in there about yourself so that I knew how old you were.
She probably didn't on purpose.
Yeah, because you know he a little he ain't right.
Something's wrong.
Something ain't right with them men. So that's fair. He should definitely be going to hell. Mm-hmm. Along those same lines of men being fucking insane.
Yeah.
This person on Twitter, he has a verified check, but I don't really know who he is. His name is John Miller.
Mm-hmm. You can buy verified checks now. You don't have to actually.
Oh, okay. So he might not be nobody.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He has a streaming thing though, so he might be somebody. His at name is Miller Stream. But anyway, he tweeted,
I'm doing this for the Millers.
Oh shit! Damn. Who is this, Kiana? But yeah, so he said this was last week, shortly after that devastating election. He said women threatening sex strikes like LMAO as if you have a say. Then followed it up with the next day because he got so much hate and obviously.
Yeah.
He said, whatever happened to respectful dialogue in America? The amount of vitriol I've received in the last 24 hours for literally no reason is truly harrowing. Time to do better. What?
For no reason is crazy.
For no reason. You basically just said women have no say in whether or not they have sex.
Just like the fucking post we
which is giving grape.
Yeah.
And then you act confused about why women are attacking you? Please go to hell. Go to hell with gasoline-soaked drawers, and I hope that Satan grapes you. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's what we hope.
That's where I'm at with you, because that's fucking insane.
I know that people would, because on Twitter, when you have a check now, like if you buy the check, then you can get, if you get paid for engagement. So I know people be rage baiting, tweeting shit on there on purpose. This
must have been that then.
He might have been. Again, men really think like that. I'm sure men probably wrote.
Well, yeah, because there was all the people that were posting "Your Body, My Choice" after. So yeah, all y'all going to hell too. By the way,
yeah, people all posting "Your Body, My Choice" after Trump won the election. It's just like, why is that? So I don't know. Again, we lost the plot, but
that's what it, to me. It's like the control that men want to have over women's bodies has always been so crazy to me.
Why do you give a fuck that much?
Mind your goddamn business.
Like I don't get it. And I do know that, I guess they're saying like white people and like the white people and politics and the government and shit and just the life, they want to ban like abortion and all that stuff because they feel like they're being overpopulated now. Like white people won't be the majority anymore. If people
are y'all even still the majority? Like
if people keep having these interracial relationships, they won't. So they want people, and also people keep having abortions. But I just feel like it's sick that he would even tweet that as a joke, even if it's for engagement, just to piss people off. Like women are already triggered,
very much so. Yeah,
and scared
as hell. Women are so scared of men that rather than refuse or deny them, they will give a man their number just to get out of there safely. Mm-hmm. Like that is the type of world that we live in. That's not crazy to y'all.
It's crazy, and I've done it before too. I there's so many things that I've done just because I was afraid of like the man like saying something to me or whatever it is. But yeah, he's going to help me too. What's his name again?
John Miller, but his at name is Miller Stream. I sent the picture so we
could put it in there. It's gonna be a clip for sure. Like I can't even believe that he would tweet that as a joke, whatever it is. It's just like
that shit not funny.
It's weird.
Like it's not funny. Like the things that are like humorous today, that shit do not be funny. Yeah, it's concerning. It's like I have so many concerns.
You have a mom. Someone gave birth to you,
right? All of y'all came from a woman. So this is what's so like how the way y'all speak about women is so insane.
I don't even know why. I really don't know why men hate women so much. I don't get it.
Listen, hey, that is one of life's lessons.
Like, why do y'all hate us so much?
I mean,
like,
life's mysteries. That's what I meant to say.
Like, what do we do?
Well, that too. Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard him, but he said that's one of life's lessons that nobody's learned. Absolutely, because there's really no reason for it. Not for nothing. Like, there are women bashing men too. Like, we really don't have to hate each other.
Yeah,
as we actually need each other.
Yeah, we need to be living cohesively in the world.
So, and I think that it's time we start focusing on that and admitting that, so we can stop living in this like
state of defense.
This like combative ass world. What the fuck is that? Like, I'm tired of it.
Me too. But then, hey, people like, if we do that, but he won't be getting 1 million likes and shit, won't get money from Twitter. So, because people like negativity, as we know.
People like some wild shit.
Do you have a jam of the week?
I do. My jam of the week is Candy Paint by Normani.
I haven't heard that in a minute. Is it new?
No, well, it's not that new. It's off her. So her album, I think her album was called Dopamine. It came out a little while ago, and I feel like it just did not get the attention it deserved. I love Normani. I think she's so beautiful. She can dance. She can sing. The energy and attention. The energy and attention that Camila, what's her name? Camila Cabello.
Yeah, Camila.
Right? The energy and attention that she get should be given to Normani. Like, the girl is talented.
They were in the same group.
Yeah, they were in the same. I can't remember what the group was called, but they were in the same like girl group.
Fifth Harmony.
Yes. Yeah. They were in the same girl group. And the album Dopamine, I think her album is so good. It's not really a long album either, so all y'all should take a listen. But Candy Paint, it's such a little bop, and she just be popping her shit in it. One of the things she say is that I'm a baddie and I don't know how to act, and I miss feeling like that. Like, I haven't been feeling like myself in a little bit because I've been out of the gym and out of my routine, and shit been hard. But I started listening to this song like every day this week, and it's getting me back into that mode.
You're like, I'm a baddie, I know how to act.
I am a baddie and I don't know how to act. I love that. I love that about me. So I'm really about to get back in that mode so that I can feel like the way this song makes me feel.
I love songs that make me feel like that, bitch.
Yeah, it just makes me feel so good.
So, feel like that,
shout out to Normani.
Yeah, shout out to Normani and Dopamine. Yeah, it said it came out in June, so definitely go check that out. I like that song Wild Side with her and Cardi B.
Yeah, I love that song too.
It's like,
I'm ready to put it on you.
I like that one. My jam of the week is Yeah, I Know by Jay Slatt. I know y'all tired of me bringing up Jay Slatt, but I just fucking love his music. And I know we're a family, but like, his songs and albums be so cohesive and like great projects. And I feel like people don't be like, people need to start locking in and listen to his shit. That's how I feel. Like, his music and his albums be so like cohesive and good to me. When I'm listening to it, I'm like, damn, he put so much effort into like how this album was and each song and like what it makes you feel like. So anyway, yeah, I Know by Jay Slatt is my jam of the week because it's just like I know, I want you to come home. Like, he just talking to a girl on the song, being like, yeah, I know. Basically, and it's just some nigga shit. Like, yeah, I know,
nigga shit.
Yeah, but I like it. So that's that. Do you have any closing remarks?
Yeah, my closing remarks is for the ladies, bro. I was talking to my friends in the group chat about this today. And I think I talked about this on the pod before, but y'all know I've been on birth control for almost all of my 20s. So I haven't ovulated in 10 years. Mm-hmm. And I have started ovulating for the first time in these past couple months. And baby, it's different. It's different. If you a freaking frog, make some noise. I don't know how y'all been doing this. I don't know. And then to be single and not be having sex right now, I'm struggling. So I'm happy to be back in the gym so I have some kind of something going on for me because, bro, shit is hard. I think that we are literally superhuman. So shout out to women because this shit ain't easy, bro.
It's not.
I'm getting ready to tear up right now. like it's hard out here.
You gotta go find a man and abuse him to death. like the niggas on Reddit.
I'm thinking I'm like, dang, it ain't that late. Let me see. Who up?
Yeah, go put your foot on somebody else's head. Oh my God. My closing remarks are faith and fear cannot be present together. Like, if you're gonna have faith, if you're gonna have faith in yourself, you can't have the fear. You have to choose one or the other. If you're feeling fearful, then you're losing your faith. So that's my closing remarks.
That was so nice, and I'm over here like, bitch, I need sex.
Cause that's what I'm dealing with, like being so afraid of things, like, but then also knowing I have such a strong faith in myself and God and everyone else, and like, just having faith.
That though.
Yeah, having faith in the universe, and then me realizing like, how can I be so faithful and then be so goddamn scared? Yeah, you have to choose one or the other. So I'm choosing faith going forward So yeah.
No, that's right. Me too. I have faith that I'm gonna get through this.
You will. You will. You know, we could talk about some. I know a couple things. I know a couple people. I know a couple things. We could talk about some. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening again. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. And remember, don't be good. Be yourself.
Bye.